Yeah. So all of you can see on the screen now. First, let me talk about what is the concept behind it. So static indeterminacy. Okay. So as the concept itself speaks about it, so one of the important aspect is we have equations of equations of equilibrium. What are those? Sigma fx is equal to 0, sigma fy is equal to 0, sigma mz is equal to 0. So, so these are actually called as known equations. Known equations. So how many are there? Is equal to 3. Okay. Now, let us try to move forward in understanding what is the condition for degree of static indeterminacy. Degree of static indeterminacy. So for this, what do we say? If the, I will write it in another color for you to better understand the definition clearly. If the structure or structural member cannot be solved by equations of equilibrium, then it is called as statically indeterminate structure. Statically indeterminate structure. Okay. And then and then the degree to which it can be analyzed, the degree to which it can be analyzed is called degree of static indeterminacy. Okay, that's one simple answer to start with. Okay, so this is our basic understanding of the subject. Now let us try to take some examples associated with this. Okay, so we know what is statically indeterminate structure, and we know what is degree of static indeterminacy. So when we are trying to use it for our basic beams, I will try to write it again. Type of supports. Type of supports. All of you can carefully see here. I am repeating again because this is very important. So fixed, it will look like this, and there will be three reactions. There will be three reactions. What are those? Vertical, horizontal, and moment. Next, we have pinned. It is also called as hinged, and this will look like this. Two reactions, two reactions, one vertical, another horizontal. Then we have roller. So this is again given as like this or like this. This has only vertical reaction, one reaction. Okay. So now the important aspect associated with this type of supports is depending upon the beam with the different supports that is given to you, you need to say whether it is statically determinate or indeterminate. Now let us try to solve the problems. Okay, now example problems. Example problems. So let us take the first one as a simply supported beam. I'm repeating again. I'm repeating because this is very important and you need to understand it without any doubts. So if you take a simply supported beam, you have a hinged at left hand or right hand side and roller at one end. Now, how to calculate the degree of indeterminacy? Now, let us see here. All of you can see on the screen. So, if you have notes, you can write it or you can directly see on the screen. So, here for any given type of loading, for any given type of loading, for any given type of loading, the reactions at the supports, the reactions at the supports are unknown, are unknowns, isn't it? So for any given load, we need to calculate what is the reaction at support A and what is the reaction at support B. That's what we need to calculate. We don't know initially. So how do we calculate the degree of static indeterminacy? So degree of static indeterminacy is equal to number of, carefully see this, number of unknown reactions, number of unknown reactions minus number of known equations, number of known equations, number of known equations of equilibrium. So this specific thing you should never forget at all. You should never forget this specific application. Degree of static indeterminacy is equal to number of unknown reactions minus number of known equations of equilibrium. So this is something that is very, very, very important. Okay. Now let us move forward. Okay. With that basic understanding, I will try to show you how do we calculate that degree of indeterminacy for the simply supported beam that we have chosen. Okay. Now, so now applying the formula of that specific thing. So if you see here, a pinned support will have two reactions, isn't it? And roller support will have one reaction. Okay. So therefore, number of unknown reactions. So whenever you are trying to solve the problem, you should write all these things. So number of unknown reactions is equal to 2 plus 1, that is equal to 3. And number of equations of equilibrium is equal to 3. Number of equations of equilibrium is equal to 3. Therefore, degree of static indeterminacy is equal to 3 minus 3, that is equal to 0. So because this is equal to 0, the beam is statically determinate. The beam is statically determinate. Okay, that's how we solve the problem for simply supported condition. Simply supported condition. Okay. If it is clear for all of you, you can drop a message in the chat box so that I can continue. Okay, so that is how we try to take the degree of static indeterminacy for a given problem. Now, next. Okay, now the second problem, cantilever beam. Cantilever beam. So for that, we have this specific beam. Now, so what all we know? For fixed support, number of unknown reactions, number of unknown reactions is equal to how many? 3. What are those? Vertical, horizontal, and moment. Vertical, horizontal, and moment. Number of equations of equilibrium. This is common for every problem. That is equal to 3. So therefore, degree of static indeterminacy is equal to. So you need to write the formula. Number of unknown reactions minus number of equations of equilibrium. So 3 minus 3, that is equal to 0. And here you can write, also say that at free end, reactions is equal to 0. At free end, reactions is equal to 0. Okay. So degree of static indeterminacy is 0. Therefore, beam is statically determinate. I am writing shortcut. You can write full. So the beam is statically determinate. This is the second example. Is it clear for all? Is it clear for all? Any doubts for anyone? Okay, good. So next problem. Now we are slowly entering into the different uh, complicated levels of the problem, but no worries. The third problem is called propped cantilever. What is it called as? Propped cantilever. So propped cantilever will be looking like a beam with fixed at one end and a simple support at other end, or it can be a fixed or a roller at the other end. Okay, this is called as propped cantilever. Of course, we will study that in the third unit when I teach it, but now it is important for us to know the degree of indeterminacy. Static. Now we are learning only static and we are not learning related to dynamic or kinematic. Okay, that also you should be very clear because we are not touching that part right now. We'll do it later. Okay, now, what do we know? So for fixed support, for fixed support, number of unknown reactions, number of unknown reactions. So how many are there? Number of unknown reactions is equal to 3. Okay, and for roller support, number of unknown reactions number of unknown reactions is equal to how many? 1. That is vertical. And number of, okay, now total number of unknown reactions, total number of unknown reactions for the beam is equal to 3 plus 1, that is equal to 4. Next, number of equations of equilibrium, how many? 3. Therefore, degree of static indeterminacy is equal to 4 minus 3, that is equal to 1. 4 minus 3, that is equal to 1. And I am writing it here. Therefore, the beam is statically indeterminate to first degree. Such an important statement this is. So if it is 0, it is statically determinate. If it is 1, first degree. If it is 2, second degree. If it is 3, third degree. Okay. Now I will move on to the next problem associated with this. Yeah. So the next problem, we are continuing next problem, and next problem is actually it's a kind of one end fixed. So all of you, if you have your notes, somebody should answer me. We have a beam, left end is fixed and right hand is pinned. So what is the degree of static indeterminacy? Left end is fixed, right hand is pinned or hinged. What is the degree of static indeterminacy? So the fourth problem now. Wow, very good answers. The answer is 2. Wonderful, you're all following very fast. Now I will do the shortcut method. For GATE exams, you need not write all. So first 3 problems, you need to do it for your external exam or mid exam. Second degree, very good all of you. Shreya, Srikant, Sridhar, and a lot of people are answering, very good. Now see the shortcut method now, how to do that. So here itself I can write. So number of unknown reactions 3, number of unknown reactions 2. So what are those? In my mind, it should be there like this is one vertical and this is horizontal. And here what I will have? Vertical, horizontal and a moment. And always, I am putting a star mark, always equations of equilibrium is equal to 3. So the total, so total is equal to how much? 3 plus 2, that is equal to 5. So degree of static indeterminacy is equal to 5 minus 3, that is equal to 2. Therefore, indeterminate to second degree, indeterminate to second degree, indeterminate to second degree. Over. Very good. All of you are correct. Now I am going to the fifth problem, easiest one. Now let us take a fixed beam. Let us take a fixed beam. Okay. Now what is the answer? What is the answer for a fixed beam? How many unknown reactions? Oh, very good. Pravalika, Akshaya, Purna, all of you are correct. Oh, Kavya, you might have confused Kavya. I am talking about degree of static indeterminacy. Kavya, please listen carefully. So here we have 3 reaction components, and here also we have 3 reaction components. You might have confused with cantilever. Here both ends are fixed, isn't it? Both ends are fixed. So total will be, so total is equal to 3 plus 3, that is equal to 6. And degree of static indeterminacy is equal to 6 minus 3, that is equal to 3. Wonderful. Yes, correct, correct. So therefore, indeterminate to third degree, indeterminate to third degree. Over. Now it is interesting, right? Let us move on to another problem. We will solve so many problems now, very important. Now I will take a continuous beam. I will take a continuous beam. Continuous beam. All of you be ready with for answering this question. All of you should be ready. So here I have pinned. Here I have roller. Here also I have roller. All of you should be ready here for answering. This is A bit. And then I have another question for you. Very interesting problem. This is B bit. All of you are already answering. Very good. And C bit. Excellent. Everyone is answering. D bit. Wonderful, yeah. All of you are correct. For A bit, all of you are correct. Oh, B bit also we are getting answers. So you are super fast. I have not even finished questions, but you are answering. Good. So here we have 2 reactions, here 1 reaction, here 1 reaction. So total is equal to 4, and degree of static indeterminacy is equal to 4 minus 3, that is equal to 1. Fantastic. Therefore, first degree, indeterminate to first degree. Oh, all of you have gone to fourth already, D bit. So A1, B2, correct. So here we have two reaction components. Here we have one. Here we have two. So total is equal to 5. And degree of static indeterminacy is equal to 5 minus 3, that is equal to 2. Therefore, indeterminate to second degree. All of you please remember, you have to write that statement. The beam is statically indeterminate to first degree, second degree, third degree. Here I am writing shortcut, but you need to write completely. Now, this one 3, 1, 1, total is equal to 5. And degree of static indeterminacy is equal to 5 minus 3, that is equal to 2. Therefore, second degree, it is statically indeterminate to second degree. Wonderful. Here 3, 1, 3. Oh, such a big problem this is. It's a huge problem, right? So total is equal to how much? 7. And degree of static indeterminacy is equal to 7 minus 3, that is equal to 4. Therefore, it is statically indeterminate to fourth degree. All of you are clear with the concept now. For the continuous beam with various types of supports, cantilever, simply supported, fixed, proper cantilever, and different types of continuous beam. Okay. Now let us move on to another interesting topic. In the degree of static indeterminacy only, another interesting topic. So now let me start that. So that is called as presence of internal hinge. Presence of internal hinge. The next concept is presence of internal hinge. And internal hinge should not be there in the statically determinate structures. I will write that. Just give me a minute. I will write that. Next concept is internal hinge concept. Yes, okay. Now, yes, internal hinge. Internal hinge. So what is the purpose of internal hinge? So it is used as a shear or moment connector, shear or moment connector for steel structure design. For steel structure design. Okay, practical application. This is for steel structure design. Next, second point is with the presence of internal hinge, with the presence of internal hinge, moment at that point is equal to 0. At that point is equal to 0. Means if I have a beam like this is A and this is internal hinge and this is B, this is C. So this is internal hinge. So MC is equal to 0. That is the meaning. And third one is internal hinge will give additional equation to the equations of equilibrium. That is already we have three equations of equilibrium. With internal hinge, equations of equilibrium will be equal to 3 plus 1. So this 1 is the extra condition. What is that? Extra condition. Therefore, it is equal to 4. Okay. So it is as simple as that. It is as simple as that. Like, so we need to, whenever there is an internal hinge, you will have an additional equation of equilibrium, and that will be 4. Next, very important point, internal hinge cannot be used in the statically determinate structures. Statically determinate structures cannot be used in the statically determinate structures. Correct, no? See, because, for example, I will show you one simple example. So you have a simply supported beam. So you have a simply supported beam. Yeah. So you have a simply supported beam and a roller here. You have an internal hinge here. Now, how many reactions here? 2. How many reactions here? 1. Total will be 3. And how many are the equations of equilibrium? Equations of equilibrium are 3 plus this one condition also will come, no? 1, 4. So now what is this? Minus 1. So can we have a beam with minus 1? Is it possible? Can we have a beam with minus 1? So what is the degree of static indeterminacy here? 3 minus 4, that is equal to minus 1. This is absolutely wrong. So the beam is not stable. Beam cannot withstand. That is the importance that you need to understand. That's why I said it cannot be used for statically determinate structures. Okay. Okay. Now I will show some examples. All of you be ready with again answering the questions. Now it can be used only for the indeterminate structures. So let us solve some more problems with internal hinges. These are all actually very important. Even I was asked these questions immediately after my BTech when I am attending an interview with one of the company named L&T. I was asked to write the degree of static indeterminacy for a beam with internal hinges. Now let us solve the problem. Examples. All of you be ready with your keypad. So first, let us try to take a propped cantilever with an internal hinge. This is internal hinge. All of you should say what is degree of static indeterminacy. Now, excellent. Some of you have answered already. 0. So for first problem, I will write the full steps. Later on, I will write the part of it. Number of unknown reactions. Number of unknown reactions. Oh, not first degree. It is not first degree, ma. We have internal hinge, right? So I will say it here. Number of unknown reactions for fixed, it is equal to 3. For roller, it is equal to 1. It is equal to 1. And equations of equilibrium is equal to 3. Very good. Now let us say additional equation due to internal hinge is equal to 1. So therefore total unknown reactions is equal to 3 plus 1 4. That is from first part. So this is first part. So this is for first part. And total equations, or let us say total known equations. This is second part. That is second part is equal to 3 plus 1, that is equal to 4. This is for second part. Therefore, degree of static indeterminacy is equal to 4 minus 4, that is equal to 0. Therefore, the beam is statically determinate. The beam is statically determinate. Over. Now we will, so hope everybody understood this, right? Now let us go with the second problem. Fixed beam with internal hinge. Now I will write direct answers. What are those? So here I have 3. Here I have 3. Okay. Total is equal to 6. Equilibrium equations are 3. Internal hinge 1. So this is 4. So degree of static indeterminacy is equal to 6 minus 4, that is equal to 2. Therefore, second degree. Akshay, it is not 3. It is 2 because internal hinge is there. Therefore, yeah, correct. Second degree. Now be ready with the next problem. All of you, last one for today's class. Third, all of you be ready with your keypads. We have internal hinge here, internal hinge here. This is a very good question. All of you should say it. So here we have 3. Here you have 1. No, 2 internal hinges are there, not 1. 2 internal hinges. 2 internal hinges. So total 5 equations of equilibrium 3, internal hinge 2. So this is also 5. Therefore, degree of static indeterminacy is equal to 5 minus 5, that is equal to 0. Therefore, beam is determinate. Beam is determinate. Okay. So that is how we solve the problem for degree of static and kinematic indeterminacies. Okay. So thank you all for your patient hearing in today's class. I hope you have all understood this. We'll meet in the next class.